Okay, so today we will continue a bit. I will show you a few more things for previsualization of stage or your installation, does not matter. And your homework for today and for the next class will be to actually design a stage. So that's where we finish last class, yeah. So we have our stage. So we talk in general how to build object, right? How to apply textures and to use screen map, pixel map to apply to your textures. So today we will do a few more things. Okay. So last things I want to show you today is how to build a little bit more complex structure from pixels. For example, in addition to this circle we have here, we want to build some LED matrix pixel. So for this I will create another geometry, and this geometry I need to replace with a sphere. So each sphere is gonna be element of our matrix, 1 pixel pretty much. And what I will need to do here, I will change it to primitive first of all, and can lower the size. Okay, let's leave for this right now. Next things, for example, I can create the tube. This tool I will apply to the null, and this null I will for now use old school methods. We'll convert to chops, null, and then we'll apply to the instancing. So for position tx, ty, tz, x, y, z. So first of all I okay here, but I even cannot see here. So first of all let's change the size. of the structure we have. Okay, here is it. But what I need to do here, something wrong with orientation here, but whatever, I can just change orientation. Okay, yeah, this is what I need. Interesting. Why this one does not affect it? Okay, let's put here. Okay, so it's pretty much how it's gonna be. Make it bigger. And so now we have 400 points. Maybe we want like more, or like 30 even. And columns we can have more also, so to have more dense matrix. Next step, I will change the size. This is a little bit strange here, actually. Okay, let's do like this. And then once the method to do it, it always works. I just usually use math. Let's try put transform here. Instance transform. Take it right easy. Okay, let's do math. Oh. Okay, now so it's back. Okay, why? Right. Radius. And height. It's pretty much like this should be. So like this we can make. Let's say first of all okay, this one I can put okay, let's leave it here. Maybe not the best way, a little bit. Okay, and this transform I don't need now. So now we need to apply some textures to it. Okay, last time we designed this one, but so now let's just use one more input. When you have complex geometry, you often will have multiple inputs also. So I have 30 by 60 pixels now, so I can fit it in 60 by 30, and I will disable interpolation, so it's gonna be something like this. And actually I think I can now use just this one as color here, R G B alpha. And I can create simple funk, apply its material here, and in advanced yeah, disable discard pixel by alpha. So it's gonna be something like this. Null, I will create null here, apply here. So now you see I have these pixels, yeah, banana pixels here. When we're doing this way, we not really does have much emission, right? Okay, I can go here, can go to emission. It's kind of work, but not super the way we want to work. So what I will do just here a little bit more precise. I will put level here, and I will okay, close add some gamma. Here we our brightness. It's hard to see now because behind screen it's very bright, right? But it does work now. So I will create another in, put here, and for example here in the second in. I can add this one. And you see, so now you also can have this kind of quite interesting effect. What else I will do here to make it look more? So we did not talk much, but I will create a simple like GLSL code where I can adjust. And okay, let's edit it. So if I uncomment this part and close this one, that's gonna be the same input as output I got. And all of them I will change to the nearest pixel. I don't want to interpolate them here. So color it's the vector now for vector RGBV. So what I can do? So one of the things I can do, even maybe not level here, with level also works. I can get some average color, and this is gonna be float average. It's gonna be color red plus color B plus color C. And all of this I will divide by 3. So this is average color. And now color V, I will set up to average color. And we have error here, and we can see where is the character C in Visual C, R, G, B. Okay, so now you see I have some transparency. So where it's dark, it's more transparent. That's pretty much how the pixels gonna work. But for average also, I can write here, it's gonna take the maximum between average and let's say 0.1. Or I can say, if I say it 1, it's always transparency 1, so it's not transparent, yeah? 0.1. Why I do this? Because, okay, pixels never can be like fully transparent. They still have some pixels, yeah, some physical objects. But they just not so visible in this case. And okay, to make this stage more visible, I think what I will do, I will just move it more up here. And I think one more thing I can do, I can put here HSV adjust and just yeah, I will not use level actually. I will use HSV adjust and I will set up saturation 1.5 and value multiply it also 1.5. So now you see we can build kind of like more complex structures with it. And for example, I can just copy this one here, one more, and adjust scale of it. And just move down a bit. Or move up, so to make some kind of interesting, yeah. So maybe this one pixel matrix gonna be around the screen actually. So maybe you wanna create some additional effect here. We just like also lower down the pixel size. Okay, here is not so much visible. But again, it's adjustable. Basically just by this value. For example, I can put this one inside. I have this kind of. So you see now it's a lot of custom screens. Basically you can build this way. All these custom screens position. In one way to map here, it's like here. So I have tube, but I can go to display options and check the number. So now I can see how my tubes here count objects. For example, let's try to build one more different elements. I would say it's gonna be something like maybe even not lines. I will do the circle. And you see it starts from here to here. And I actually gonna do half circle. So like this, from here to here, 40 elements, fine. But easier to work is count come from here to here. So I can put sort, and I can reverse it. Okay, let's just put null at the end. View. So from 0 to 40. Okay, fine. And now I want to build few of them, kind of gates. For this I can use copy. And in copy I can say how many copies I wanna, maybe have 10 of them. And that's how they gonna works. So it starts from 0 to here and here. Okay, I will use minus 0.5, let's say, like this. Fine. So next things I just can get this geometry again, copy here, because all I need just dots inside. So this is part you need kind of remember always. If you wanna map it after in some nice way, you need to take care of the order. Yeah, because by this number you will give the pixel value to each of them. So now I can go and can say this one, and I'm gonna use P1, P2, and P0, P1, and P2. And okay, color I will disable for now. Okay, this is it. I not really can see here anything. So for this I will just create one transform. And you see it start to appear here. Okay, first of all, for this one I want it to be bigger. I wanna be, maybe it's not small pixels. I wanna be, it's really something. And this is I can build in front of the stage. Okay, now in my copy I can go and tell, okay, I wanna them be closer to each other. And I actually want them get bigger and bigger. Or actually it's gonna be something like this. So this is could be some additional element, maybe decoration, just like big light that we can animate also. Or it even could be not light, because what it could be, we can just make the lines here, right? I can just make lines. And here I also can use normal for rotation. And this one I always mess up. Yeah, this is need to vector. Okay, so this one looks like this now. Not bad. So we can build something more like this. With this one I always cannot figure out which one I need and where. But again, if I wanna just rotate them a little bit, I can just rotate this one if I wanna them have the same rotation. For example, like this, yeah. But also my vectors now, they quite simple. If I will set up the normals, they point forward, not inside. So if I wanna then point inside, I will need to change it also. Okay, this part works, and now I pretty much can do copy this part, move here, and I just need to know how many points I have. 410. So in my copy I have 10 copies, so copy is gonna be the width, and I have 40 pixels here, and I will do fit outside like here. These pixels, color R G B A. 410 points. 10 copies, so I have 11. Okay, it should be 11 here, right? 440, 410, Okay. It starts from 0 to 40, so it's 41 here. Okay, now it's right. And you see we have this kind of additional effect for our stage. We can use this, but okay. This could be quite small, so maybe we have some really big objects. Yeah. I will just do rectangle. So maybe we have some physical objects we built. That's gonna do it. Okay, it's not rectangle box. And I wanna make it smaller, but I wanna make it longer. But you can use any geometry here, yeah, again. If you're building, use stage or I don't know, whatever. So now you can easily program this part and see how it's gonna look. Yeah, I can go here and adjust the values. How it's look, how it's work. So this is another way how we can build this. Okay, so last class we go for the simple, some geometry we built in the Cinema 4D, and after we used for this one, for example, we use texture mapping to map the image on it. For this one we did UV map in Cinema 4D, this also. This one we split all of them textures and map each of them because it's quite simple shapes and not much of them right here. And this two, it's more some complex or more like pixel matrix shapes that we can map our image on. Yeah, and this way at the end you can build quite a lot of stuff actually. STMX. should have visualization somewhere here. Window fit Pixelmap output switch. This one should be Previsualisation. So this is kind of, for example, simple one, just pillars. Should have some light, okay. Not much files here. But yeah, actually for any project you're doing now, okay, for now you're usually not gonna build even like the complex. And if you really works with Stage, you usually will use another software, right? Here I just show you for example. So you're gonna do performance next month, for example. Your client or venue, gallery, museum, or whatever, I don't know, club, will give you Pixelmap usually, something like this, which is tell, okay, we have the screens and this should be input your video signal to our system. This is gonna be here, this is gonna be here, this is gonna be here. So, and after you can build quickly, like pretty much like in 1-2 hours, this stage. And now you have some sound, it's gonna play, for example, there, or whatever you want to do. Now you can start to program your system, and you can actually see how does the system will looks, yeah, at the end. Not 100%, but at least you can see, okay. So after this done, I program everything. When I come to the venue, allocation, event, whatever, if we use just screens, I just output this image at the end to the client, not the client, to the screens. Video control, I will just create the, for example, windows here. Apply here, I will set up, okay, it's gonna be monitor 1 output, no borders, open and separate, you know, and okay, it's open in the same window now. Usually I just connect HDMI cable and output to the second screen. And so now you can have your control system here, and you output this video, and everything mapped usually without problem to the surface. If they give you right pixel map, you will not have any trouble. If you have small trouble, you can quickly readjust it. Okay, go inside, use these crops or fits, transform a bit to match the menu. It will not take you much time. Otherwise, if you just like have like flat image and you design your installation, your performance. You come to the new, you will need to spend a lot of time to map your image to the output, or it does not work this way, it does not look as you suppose. Now I can see how it's gonna look inside this. In visual effect, yeah, here is not much lighting effects and other stuff, but I can imagine and I can see it. The same for your installation. You just can build the space you're gonna use. You put person here, you put like camera here inside, and you see how it looks. It's a fast, easy way to test out your concept, your idea. Yeah, for commercial and bigger projects now, we're usually using another software. Yeah, like this one, for example, or we just built in Unreal Engine or Cinema 4D stage. And if you go with Unreal Engine, you can use VR. Here also I can just connect my, if I have VR headset, I can just easily put component here, put my headset on and see like from inside how it's gonna look in the scales. You can show your client, you can show your collaborator with who you work. So for example, you work with musician, he played music, sound, and when you program, he can put headset on and see how the environment react to his sound. Maybe he will adjust some sound. Maybe, I mean, it's easier way to explain your idea when you can visualize, when you can experience it, right? You remember, I'm not sure did I with you or not the task where you need to explain to your coworker how to, not coworker, the classmates, how to draw something. So this one quite good to do visualization, but yeah, it's not cheap also. But this is used for the staging a lot. One more thing here, if you will output, because okay, for screens it's easier, you output video signal, but for this part it could be depends how the system built. It can also get the video signal input and after map pixels here, or mostly you will need to use the mix or ArtNet, so you will need to match it to the channels to convert it to the ArtNet. The same you can simulate the kinetic system. For example, the simplest one, I know here I better will do this way. I think it's gonna be faster at the end. Then convert video to tops. So you have something like this. I just make it bigger. And now, for example, I can put some noise with the same, not this noise. With the same resolution, 20 by 20. I can convert it to the chops also. I need just red channel here, for example. And I can use add. Yeah, maths. And the channels is gonna be TY, combine chops add, and no crop like full image. I need to put them all in one channel, shuffle. Seconds, all channels. So this is basically, this was our noise. Let's just adjust a little bit. Let's put null here. And here, for example, I can just create constant. Black. And some ramp. Circular. Add ramp over this one. And this is should be 2020 also. I can go it more to 56 to 56. What I will need to do after, I just will need to do here fit to 20 by 20. And usually I do on interpolation. So this one I can make smaller also, or whatever. I just can also animate it.
Are you finished?
No.
I'm in recording.
And yeah, here again, what I can do, for example, I can put some math here, so I want it to move more, so to have a bit bigger effect. It's a little bit weird now. I will put rename here, because somehow it affects other channels. Channel name. Okay, so yeah, this is how it should be. So I can do something more like this. And I can use a simple mouse in to control the center of this stuff. So this is already pretty much, you can do this like kinetic systems, this track people here. If you know the position of persons, you can do this animation basically on the tops. Here's the previsualization, how it's work, but for the actual control for motors, you will need again to a little bit convert these channels to output to the format motors understand it. For example, here I can do another one. I can create one more ramp. Look up. I also will need to use fit here. And for the color, now in addition we also can, if it's light, we also can control color. So this is pretty much for today. You know the basic stuff now, how to do this kind of visualization stage or whatever. Let's do one thing, just move this somewhere up. So you can get ready for your performance, for your event, for your project now. You can actually do and program animation by seeing how its good looks at the physical environment, not just imagine in your head. You can show it to your client, you can show it to the people you collaborate with, so you can work better together, you can explain better to other people, and you get ready to just come and set up at the end. Yeah, it's always some technical stuff at the setup, but this is minor problem. So now this is last part for this semester. So today I want for you to design some simple stage, and next class you will need to implement the stage and do visualization and simple kind of like control system. So this is last two classes, 22, 29 and 6th of June. It will be just like short review class. We will talk about what we did, what we learned, where we have problem, and so on. Okay, see ya.